Hey everyone, Big H in the craft house. We'll see if I can get this apron done today, if I got time before the kids wake up, if I'm just going to start. And then I'll start adding the videos and everything. But we'll show you this. This pattern is made by Madeeverday.com. Dana Made. She's on YouTube and printed this off. It was last year. And I laminated them. And then I punched holes in them. And I tied them with some, I think I used yarn. Then I have a binder of all my prints I've printed off. And I just, you can fold them up, put them back in the binder then. Okay, we'll just outline it and get the little thing going. This little trucky pen, I think it's pretty nifty. It works pretty good. As long as I can, try to stay in a straight line. Yeah, so I was like, I don't know, a little like truck dust in it, and then these little like metal roller things. Found them on Amazon. See, fold it up. Boom. Binder. Try to first one I forward. This one I kind of. You should know you do this stuff, but when you do like patterns for this stuff, you're fold. Like this one, yeah, when I'm saying like it on Amazon, and it comes with a leak. So, okay, so that'll be ordered, and you'll be above me, behind me, all around. Okay, here we go. It is chopped out. Okay, that is the start of it. Okay, I put that to the side. And then we will go. At least do the pockets. Like this only came in a 1 yard for this kind. It is what it is. Some black straps, black. Unless I don't have enough now, we can almost out. Get that right off. Pockets almost done. Boom. Throw that scrap. Okay, let's see. I like that there's X's now in the back. To me, they're old. There's a lot comfortable. So start up here. Make sure this thing's straight. I think I'll measure yourself. So, right about there. So now you're pressing the back. I'm saying about like 43. Should be the same on the other side. Let's just double check. Hold on, down there. I'll come to here. X is on back on there, so maybe a 45. And make sure this thing didn't move over here. See where 45 ends over here. Yeah, see, that should be so 45. I don't know how long I got left. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have enough to make a nice wide strap. Let's see here. How small is that going to be if I have to fold it? Yeah. Okay, we'll see. This is where we're at about 7 minutes. I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to decide what I'm going to do for the straps to somewhat match. If I can find something black, I'm going to do black. But we'll figure it out. Okay, Big H out. Okay, we're back. I found like a navy blue that'll match for the most part. Pretty sure that I think this came from my grandmother. My Nana gave me this whenever she gave me her old sewing machine, the one that's like in the desk you fold out. But I kind of eyeballed it to like, I don't know, close to 4 inches. Because then by the time you fold them, I like a little thicker of a strap. Okay, so I serge mine, do the ends I just do all that real quick. I don't do any putting things together, or I just do it nice and quick. Like it's same on both sides, but I'm going to call this the good side. So I'm going to just fold out like that. Ta-da! Actually, to make my life easier, you're going to fold it that way to make your hem. And then just put them together. I'll do a quick snap, like a little video, a little shot of it while I'm doing it. I'm going to use my 2 hands. This is my serger. It's like an overlock machine. Black on the side over there, but it's a 4 threader, 2 needle, and has my cutter on it. So I just go down a little bit. I see it cuts everything off. You just go the whole way down. Stop and adjust your fabric. A little more adjustment. And as you get to the end, do the same thing, fold it over to make your hem. Like, they don't have to look the best because like that's the part that you hide whenever you attach it to the apron. As long as you can just get to make it look good, like the ends look nice. Pull some of that out. Snip some of that off. And since this is all going to get sewn, which I thought I'm going to show you how to do this one, then I'm going to go do the other one. So like, see how it locks it nice together? Yeah, sure, like on both sides. And let me get my tools out that I like to use. People will use all different kinds of things. I got me a long chopstick. Put it in my mouth like, just like this. Now, I'm not going to hide what I do on a normal basis. Why? Why change? I'm not. Haha. Non-pointy end. And I stick it in my tube turner. Shove a little bit in there. And then I just whoop, 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 whoop. Look at that. There it is. Oh, yeah. Then you just go slide the whole way through. And kaboom. Kaboom. And just make sure everything's tucked in there. So usually it'll fold right over on itself whenever you're done. But this fabric, like, it's a little weird. Like, it's a stiffer kind of fabric. I'm not sure what this is. But it was navy blue. Because I didn't have any just black or other navy blue. So, I'm going to keep the seam going down there. And I'm just going to tuck it. And then go over here to the sewing machine. And put foot down. I'm going to go down each side. I'm going to go forward and backward to lock her in. I don't know. I'm saying about maybe a little less than a quarter inch seam allowance. And I go down both sides, come up and around. And I just flatten out with my fingers. If it doesn't want to flatten out and start to be a butt, I will go use the iron and I will iron it. But this is not too terrible. You can adjust with your fingers. Try to keep her in the middle. She's doing pretty good. And do the same thing with the other end. I'm going to just tuck it up underneath. Go over it, keep your needle in, and just pivot. I'm using my hand crank to go down one more time, and you're going to pivot again. And I just kind of toss this in front of me again. I hold it just hold it in front of me. I put the foot down. And you just continue going down again on the other side. And just adjust the fabric as you go. You get to the end, it's already pretty much turned when you're sewing it, so just go up. I'll use the hand crank to get me to my like quarter-inch seam allowance. Put the needle back down, and it's a little bulky, but I don't know, the feet are grabbing it pretty good. And I just go forward and backward after you pivot, and chop off that excess thread. And like, there you go. I got one strap ready to go. Put it right over there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go catch myself up on the other one, and we'll be back. Big H out. And we're back. Okay. So, I got the two straps done. I did the pocket. It's just a pocket. I serged all around the ends first. Hemmed the top. That'll be the top of the pocket. And when we get to that part, I'll show you to put the pocket on. But right now, I'm gonna just serge everything but the top, because I'll show you what we're gonna be doing to the top of the apron. But going down like all the sides and everything to make it look nice before I have to take the time to get the iron out. Okay, now, this is going to be a little extra fun on the video, because I have yet to do it. I'm going to use one of the sewing machine. Black. You know, I thought they'd usually tell you what color these are. But it looks like it's black. So like my one cone is about out of thread, so I'm gonna try to do what they said. You find the end of it once it comes off the cone. And you get your new cone, and you tie the two ends together. You know what? We're just gonna drop that messy ball that came off the cone right there. This is more fun than it looks. Let's see here. What can we do? Okay, I guess we'll see if that worked or not. We'll see. Well, it looks like it's keeping everything okie dokie. So we got partway, halfway on one side. Now we're on the bottom. Well, so far everything looked like it worked for me tying that little knot, and it feeds itself through the machine, because you got to like follow all the numbers on this thing. It's a lot more complex than a sewing machine. But as long as you followed it, and the knot wasn't very big, it was able to go through all the tiny little handles and holes that you have to use tweezers for. That's why this is my little friend right here. Whenever I gotta change, if a thread breaks, then you gotta feed everything through the machine again. Okay, all my ends are done. And like the other way, like I think when you sew over it, it tucks itself in. But like how I finished up here, like up on here. Like if you take a needle that's not like a dull needle, I forget what they call it, but you feed it through, and then you can feed it through you feed it back into itself. That's how you can tie these off, or you can use fabric glue. But because I'm doing something with the top, there's a piece that's going to get sewn up here with the straps, and then it gets folded over like that, pretty much. So we'll get to that point. Okay, I'm going to go and finish hemming this, which you don't need to watch that. That's, you know, like, that's just a lot of video. All that is I'm just going to fold this down on top of itself one time, and then sew with the sewing machine just right over it to hide all the edging. Okay? Okay, we're back. Okay, since the hemming is all done, and if anything, I might hem a little bit more of the bottom. We'll see how long this one is. Sometimes I hem them short. Sometimes I just do a nicer hem on the bottom to make it look a little fancier. Okay, this is navy blue. I know this looks gray. This is why I need, you know, better lighting, but it still looks gray even with an LED. Okay, but it's like a navy blue, like a weird like wash kind of looking thing. Up here is like the top of the apron, and it goes down to the bottom. So what I do with the pocket, I just try to gauge where I think I want it. Because I don't want it too far down. I don't want it too far up either. And we can get our... Oh boy. Yep. Here we go. Awesome sauce. Okay. Just put those scissors there. What are we? About 8.5 over there. So you just go 8.25. Let's see, line up now over here. 8.25. Okay. Let's see if I can maybe use this pencil. It'll work better. So what I do is since I know the hem of the top is a little thicker, I know that's the top of the pocket. Usually I just do the corners and a little bit down the side, marking it so I know, hey, we can't go past this. Because sometimes when you pin it, they want to stay. Sometimes my pins don't like to stay. You know, it's all whatever it really feels like it's doing. And let's measure the whole pocket. I forget what the measurement was. I'll just go with the crossing out. So it's 14. I did mine's 14.5. So we'll go right in. We'll call that the middle. Because then once you sew around it, you sew straight down the middle of the pocket, and it makes you 2 pockets. Awesome sauce. Okay. Oh, let me get my little... You guys are going to love this. Because I got tired of having only my apple. Oh boy, that thing's a sharp pin. My little apple pin poker. So I got this thingy. Let's not, you know, shoot needles at me. There we go. My little dinosaur. Angry. Pin sticking out of it. I got them, they're longer, and they're easy to hold on to. Then these ones are, what did I say, 2-inch ones? Something like that. So I'm just doing do a pin in the middle of everything, hold it in. Make sure our corners are still lined up. Okay, so we got it pinned, and we'll head back to the sewing machine. We'll get the pocket pinned on. I'll show you guys real quick. Hold on. There we go. So pocket's pinned, and I have it marked. Back to the door machine. I just slide the top through first. We just go down the one. You know, pick whatever side you want to go. That's the way I always start. Just going straight down the machine. Forward and backward a couple of times. Since the top of the pocket is what's used a lot, like, so you want to just make sure you get that good. No, don't slide. Maybe come up here. Maybe go into the machine, and we'll see if we stay there. Poke. just going down the pocket to the corner with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And once you think you're about there, I'll probably go one more. I use the knob a lot doing that. Then you're gonna turn it, because you're only going around the 3 sides. You're not doing the top, or you're not gonna have a pocket. I gotta make sure I'm not sticking these things in too far, because then they'll poke me, because they're 2 inches and this thing ain't 2 inches everywhere. So big age go, be careful, or you're gonna be getting Chinese acupuncture in my bit. And I really don't want that. Okay, and we are going on to the last side. Put your foot down. Remove the second to last pin. Now this is why we got a newer machine. There's a button on these new ones that just red for you. So I'm just going to pull out so far. All I do is just height and just move backward. Okay, now we are on the middle bucket. Turn my line ready, so I know where to go. That was the last pin. Forward and backward. Move it in. Top of the pocket, forward and backward. Lift your foot up. Okay, now you wait till that's ready to pull back. We'll take you back to the table. And that's when I'll cut the excess thread real quick. Ooh, turn your rifle gun. Take the old dinosaur off, because he's not needed anymore. It's so much easier trying to use that thing than actually. I used to just throw them on the. I glued a magnet on the sewing machine, you know, after so many, and then you start getting poked. And that's not fun. Okay. One on the back. Snip. 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 And snip. Okie dokie. Smoky. So that's the apron. I get my belly up there, and there are my pockets. What does it have in its nasty pockets? Dirty little hobbits. Okay, sorry, Lord of the Rings. Woo. I know, so this is like the long part of the movie. 10 minutes. Okay, so we got our strappers. Find a good end. They're both. That one's a little skinnier than this one, so we'll do that one on the bottom. So we just gotta make sure. Okay, you got the good side facing out. That one can go there. Let's see. Okay, so that's the good side. We need this side facing out right there. Turn that around. So what I'm doing is I'm lining the straps up to the top right here, the top of the apron. And that's where we're gonna do the facing that I have cut right here. Ta-da! So you want the good sides facing. Let's see, where did I put those? They're over here somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. Behind me, are they? They're buried under here. They're all the goodies. Oh wow. No, I think that's where they're at. They're where the phone's sitting on. Silly. So, yeah, clips. These things are nice. You don't gotta worry about getting poked or nothing. And I think they just hold just as good, if not gooder, than using a needle for something like on a flat edge like this. There's no point in using a needle, because that's just stupid. And it just doesn't make no sense to use a needle whenever you can. Just do this. Once you line it up, and you line that up. So we'll fast forward this part a little bit. Try Trying to get this all straightened out so it doesn't look all cockeyed wonkied. Okay, so what we're going to do, we have that pinned, we're just going to sew right up top. Okay, we'll come back after that's done. Okay, we're back. I just cheated a little bit and I just serged the bottom half of this, you'll see. But I'm just pretty much top stitching it on this side, filling where I have my sergering stitch, and going straight across, locking it all down. Take that out, lock it down. Cut off all the extra wasted thread because I can't cut it off because my machine don't let me. Okay, dokie, smoky. Okay, let's just so it'll look like that. That's going to connect to here. I'm wearing a toga. Okay, so this is our last two steps we have to do. And then we're done. So, just make sure you pick one side. I'm going to start with that one. The left. And I already have it sewn in, so the seam is in like the back. And you just go down to where like it starts to go from the neck, and there's your kind of your armpit. It's right where the corner is, where you start to go back down straight. I just line it up just by a little bit because this is pretty on my measurement right here, and I just sew it right on. Oh, well, looks like my battery's gonna be dead. Or what we got? Oh, we got 5. And I don't think I have a phone charger in here. So, I'm gonna go put my phone on charge. You know what we're doing. These are our last two things that we gotta do. Is just do the two sides of the strap. Same side on each side. We'll come back for the finished viewing. Big H out. Okay, here is the finished product. While the phone is still charging. Because it's going slow. Hold on, let's see what I can do here. Oh, well, we're just going to do it like this right now. We're going to unplug it. And we should go get this. So, I did a double stitch across the top, little fence. Your pockets are right here. Not too low, not too high. I don't know if I like them way up here. So just right down here, out of the way. Crosses in the back. So like, it doesn't fall unless you're gonna pull it. It just stays there. It's light, but protects you from your food. Doing dishes when I'm doing the dishes. But it doesn't feel like it's dragging on my neck. No matter how many of the other ones I have, unless it's like the one I made, it's like one long strap that goes around your neck, down the sides. There's like a little tube I sewed, and it goes through here, and you can tie it. You can literally adjust the apron how high and how low you want it. That's up to who. Like when I make an apron for someone, I ask them, "Do you want me to exit, or do you want me to do the long one that you can literally pull this up and then tie tighter or adjust yourself?" So yeah, this was it. Big H Craft House with the kids screaming in the background.